An all-new episode of The Jeremy White Show.
Available wherever you stream.
All right, hey now, man, I'm back. Took the red eye last night from LAX into Montreal, and by the way, red eyes suck, man. Like, they're not fun. Surprisingly, I slept pretty good on it, which was good, but man, it just ruins your body. Like, if you ever flew from, the East, like North America to Europe, or like the UK or something, that overnight flight, you're just like, unless you get like a solid 4 or 5 hours of sleep on that plane, man, you just feel like shit after. So, yeah, I'm a little still out of it, but anyways, if you're new here, welcome to the channel. Make sure you subscribe to get more cool stuff like this. I'm Jeremy. Welcome to the Jeremy White Show. And if you're still hanging out with me as part of the fam, well, great to have you with me. My voice, by the way, a little bit lower than it usually is this morning because, well, I blew out my voice at Halloween Horror Nights Friday, going through all the haunted mazes. I was screaming like a little girl. It was hilarious. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. If you're a big fan of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, by the way, I'm a huge fan of Texas 2. They had the most amazing Texas Chainsaw Massacre themed maze, and it was so cool because I love Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. It's my favorite one because it's basically about a radio DJ. Like, Stretch is a radio DJ, and they're trying to kill her, right? Bill Moseley's character, Chop Top, he was in there, and he was there like doing the music is my life in a Vida da Gata type of thing. So anyway, shout out to Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights in Burbank. It was so much fun. So I'm finally back from being on the road pretty much all last week for the Alex Van Halen book event. So I was out in New York City at the Barnes & Noble on 5th. Got to run into a whole bunch of fans there. It was so cool to see and like meet everybody. Like, I was kind of shocked. They were like, "Are you Jeremy White? Are you Jeremy? I watch your channel." So shout out to all those cool fans that recognized me, which was pretty sick. In my hand is the actual book that Alex signed for me. I'll show you here. Get to the autograph page. Bam. There it is. Pretty freaking cool, man. So coming up, I'm just going to show you a little package of some of the stuff and footage that I shot from the book event on Monday in New York City. Also some footage from the in-person LA Talks live event that went down on Thursday night. And then on the other side of the package, to come back on and we'll talk a little bit about the book and my experience with Al and what I actually talked to Alex Van Halen about when we had our little interaction at the meet and greet, which is cool. By the way, a lot of you have been asking me, Jeremy, when are you going to get Alex on your show? We are working on it. My producer, Joe, is working diligently and tirelessly with HarperCollins, who have been really, really great to us. Great communication. We're pretty close to getting him on. I'm really hoping we get it to happen. The lot of press that's been coming out about the book has been very, very TMZ, gossip-style articles, kind of getting heat on other guys in the band, and all the bullshit that we don't do here on the show. So all my viewers know that if Alex Van Halen came on this show, we'd be talking about drums. We'd be talking about music. None of this Sammy, Dave bullshit. It would be about the music, the instrument. And that's actually what I talked to Alex about at our little meet and greet. And we're going to talk about that coming up. So here's what went down at the New York event. Hey, what's up, guys? We're here on 5th Ave in New York City for the Alex Van Halen book signing. Look at these people here today. That's right, man. Here we are. We got the book. Dave's got it. Hey. There we go. Come on, look at this. First of all, the Van Halen logo right on the back fucking sleeve, man. How cool is that? How cool is that? Cool, right? It's cool, right? That's right. Now look, first criticism. What did you say? The pages are cut a little.
Pages are kind of cut a little shitty.
Turns into a hit piece.
Pictures are great. Content looks great.
Oh, this looks good. I can't wait to open this up. Wow. First look at the book, man, this is cool. Oh yeah, we're going up the escalator. I feel like Trump about to run for president right now. Except we're going up, not down. This is super cool. Panama's playing inside the bookstore. We're going up the escalator, going around the corner. They're handing out the books over here. Very exciting. It's very busy. There's a lot of security, surprisingly. I mean, it makes sense. But yeah. This is very cool.
Thank you, guys.
All right, here we are. I look really tired, by the way. We got it. Smells like victory. Right? Come on, look at this. Hey, this guy's got a cool shirt. Look at that EVH shirt right there. Bam! Look at that. Bam! Bam! A lot of fans here today, man. This is awesome. So, first impressions of the book. It's awesome. Got it. Look at that, people. Yeah, the pages are cut a little wonky, huh?
I think that's like a journal.
Probably. Looks like a journal. Yeah. Here we are outside the Barnes & Noble, fresh off meeting Alex Van Halen. We got the book. We got the signature. Very excited. I asked Al a really cool question. Asked him about his snare drum, specifically told him that I bought the snare from the auction. And we went on he went on a whole tangent of a security tried to kick me out of there because Al just kept talking to me. These guys are laughing behind me. I'm over exaggerating, but yeah, freaking awesome book. Really excited to read this tonight. Gonna just dive into it. It's not a very thick book though. If you look, it's, you know, what is it, 230 some pages? About that? But just check out this photo of Edward. Look at that. I mean, come on. It's fantastic stuff. If you're a Van Halen fan, this is like a homecoming. This is sort of like the closure that I think we all needed as fans in a way. Because, I mean, we're not going to get that tribute concert. It's never going to happen. Just you can be in the same room with Al and get him to sign the book and chat with him for a little bit, have that little kind of one-on-one experience worth the price of admission. Hey, what's up, guys? We're outside the incredible auditorium, about to go in for the Alex Van Halen final and last book event for this runner promo. Super excited. Came all the way from New York City and Montreal for this event tonight. Lineup is all the way down the block. As you can see, Culver City, Centaurs. Boo! But we're getting ready to go in. Check-in's already happened. People have been lined up for the last 3 hours, so let's go on inside and see what's happening. All right, we're here at the official Brothers merch table outside. I didn't even know they're gonna have official merch, but they were selling t-shirts. They're totally sold out, and there's one hat left, which is official merch. I wonder who's gonna buy it. Who's gonna take it? And we got one taker, and he's got it. That was fast. There you go, man. All right, guys, so we officially got through the line, which, by the way, compliments to the ladies working that table at the check-in, because, man, it actually moved pretty fast. Got our envelope. It's just general admission and book. It's weird being general admission. Usually I've got like a laminate or something waiting for me, but yeah, this is cool. We're gonna go and pick up our books at this little booth, and we're gonna head on in. All right, so officially in the auditorium, it's starting to fill up. By the way, first note, it is hotter than, I don't know, Trejo's tacos in here. It's absolutely burning. It's hot as Alex's gong from the 81 tour. Let me show you the book that we got. So we got the book. Now, the difference between going to one of the signings in New York or Jersey this week is that you actually get a card that's signed inside as opposed to the book itself. So let me show you that. So there you go. So you got a card that's signed with pen. That's plastered on the page that he would have signed it at the book signings, but equally still pretty cool, right? Hey, look at this. The cool thing about events like this, you kind of run into people wearing the same shit as you. Oh, look, we're almost matching. Look at that. See?
I know. I have to wear something that kind of goes.
Yeah, exactly. See, we're both matching.
And welcome to the 15th anniversary season of Live Talks Los Angeles. If you are not on our mailing list, please sign up at livetalksla.org to learn about all our upcoming events.
And I say that only because he's with me every day, and that's
Well, I hope you enjoyed that. It was an absolute whirlwind of a week traveling between New York and LA and Montreal and just awesomeness. And it's really cool that I got the book. The other book that I got from the LA event, which actually has the signed card inside of it, that's upstairs. I don't feel like grabbing it. Anyways, just a little recap. So at the New York event, we all showed up there not knowing what to expect. We thought it was just going to be another book signing. And my buddy John Conklin was there. Geez, who else was there? Dave Rodriguez. Like a lot of the Facebook group guys were all there. Tanner Jordan, who if you follow his channel, he tries to recreate a lot of Al's drum tones and stuff. Really great YouTube channel. Want to check that out. And we just hung out all afternoon. And Dave went in first, and he came out. He's like, dude, he's taking photos with every single person. You get like a couple of minutes with them. And mind you, I wasn't expecting. I thought we were just going to get to shake his hand. He's going to sign the book, and they tell you to fuck off, be on your way. But no, we got upstairs. We got our book. We go into the room. He's sitting at the table, and let me just say, first off, he signed every single book sitting down, and it's been well documented the back issues that he's been having the last couple of years. For every single photo, he stood up, got up, took the photo, had a little bit of a chat interaction with every single fan there. It was supposed to start at noon. People were already lined up around like 10:30 in the morning, and then it only ended around like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. You saw the footage of Al leaving the bookstore in the package there. He took some time. It was very, very personable with every single person that was there. And my personal interaction with him, he loved my jacket that I was wearing. By the way, a lot of people have been asking about the jacket. It's a custom leather jacket that was painted by Christian Benner. Really great artist, based in, I think he's in New York City or Jersey now. But he did that jacket for my 25th birthday, and he does stage jackets for like Axl Rose. Like if you go look at his Instagram, like he's done jackets for pretty much like all the big rock stars and celebs. So Al loved my jacket, and I told him that, hey, I bought one of your snares from your auction, and he was like, oh, which one? I said, I was the backup for the 2012 tour, the LM402, and he's like, oh, nice. He's like, that's the one with he remembered like the color of the lugs and everything, which was kind of weird. And then we started talking. He's like, yeah, those are the best. Those are the number one snares for the last 20 years. And I just went, well, real quick, talking about your snare. And I started interviewing him. Like the guy taking the pictures had my phone in his hand, so I couldn't like record it. I was like, it would have been so cool to record. But I asked him, I was like, hey, real quick, talking about your snare, tuning wise, bottom head, loose or tight? And without missing a beat, Alex goes, tight. And he went on this little tangent about, well, it also depends what type of snare you're using. If you're using a metal snare, it's going to be really tight. If you're using a wood snare, it depends on the moisture content of the wood and the room that it's in. And like he went on this technical conversation, and it was awesome. Till security was like, all right, sir. Thank you, sir. Move along, sir. Thank you. But Al's like, we got to talk more drums. And I was like, yes, let's do it. So I hope Alice somewhat maybe remembers me or something, and he'll actually come on the show, which we're really working hard on. So that'd be amazing to talk to Al and just, finally get to the bottom of the snare tuning and all those things, Then we went on to the LA event, and I got to say, the LA event was a bit lackluster, if I'm being honest. There was no like meet and greet. It was just like, it was just like going to a show basically. Rolled up in the SUVs through the back door. Everybody shuffled into the auditorium. By the way, the auditorium was hot as fuck. And like, let me just say, they weren't selling any drinks, any snacks. Like it was like a high school auditorium. So, between you and I, we know how old Van Halen fans are. Like I was in the demographics, I would say, were quite skewed in the 45 to 64 kind of demo. I was in the lower percentile, but I will say there was quite a lot of guys, like younger guys like me, between like 18 to 35. I would say a good like 25% of them were like my age. So it was pretty sick to be, they were listening to the stuff with their dads, right? With their parents. So that's how I got into the band. So it made sense. There was young guys like, there with their folks and stuff with their dads and sons. And it was nice. But the event itself, they didn't cover anything new that actually wasn't covered in the book or hasn't been covered before. The questions were such like, This is my problem with events like this, okay? You know who's coming to these events. These are the diehard fans that are coming to the one-in conversation event to promote this book. These aren't your run-of-the-mill casual consumer fans. These are the hardcores. You need to give us something that we've never heard before because 95% of us already know the story. We already know these little tidbits. I can only imagine some of the great questions that fans submitted in advance because they didn't actually do an in-person Q&A. The co-author, Ariel, she had prepared questions. And a lot of them were just stuff, that were already covered in the book. Like the most kind of like music-related question she asked was like, oh, what's your favorite? Well, a fan wants to know what's your favorite album. And he didn't even kind of get to elaborate on that because he got cut off. You'll see in like the broadcast that they do. You can order the broadcast and like the taped version of it so you can watch it on your own. But there was nothing that was really covered that was like, earth-shattering Van Halen news. I can only imagine what some of the questions that the fans asked. So it was kind of poor on their part to ask, standard, typical questions. I understand why they did it in advance. They wanted to have the prepared question. You don't want some guy rolling up there when there's Cabo Wabo shirt saying, why don't you like Sammy? Which we all don't. We don't care. We all know that. We all know what the deal there is. But I gotta say, the questions that got asked were very underwhelming. If you read the first 3 chapters of the book, that's essentially what the host covered. I mean, I already read the first 3 chapters before I went in there, and that's essentially, it was like a book report on what was happening in the first 3 pages. Like, it made no sense. I wanted to learn about the recording process with Ed. What was it like in the studio? How did you create your drum setup? What was the ideal drum setup when you're recording? Why were you playing big kits versus small kits in the studio? Big kits on stage? Like actual technical musician questions that people would want to know about. The lifestyle stuff, the humanities stuff, we all know it's already been covered. There was a real missed opportunity there. But I will say it was really fun being in that same room for probably the last time ever with Alex Van Halen. He's never going to tour again. He's never going to be performing live whatsoever. He did tease that there's a lot of music, in which we know for a fact there is a lot of music. He's even kind of discussed toying with the idea of using AI to recreate or try and recreate Ed's parts to finish the stuff. But as he said in the talk, nobody's Ed. There's only one Edward, and nobody can recreate that sound, that feel, that approach, the musicality. So he said there's a lot of stuff there, and he wants to do something with it. And if he doesn't end up doing something, well, maybe 20, 30 years when Wolfgang wants to, be associated with Van Halen again, maybe we'll actually get something good. But other than that, the music playing at the event pre-show was all David Lee Roth, era Van Halen, not a word of Sammy stuff. Even in the book, the only real mention of it is Right Now, and he kind of refers to Sam as, we've had other singers before, but it was a love fest for the original kind of lineup. And other than that, man, he didn't do a meet and greet. There was no autographs. There was no photos, nothing like that. I brought my Van Halen drum head from the auction, like the snare drum that I bought. It's got it's the branded Van Halen logo Remo head. They only came on Al's kit. Like, they're limited in the world. And I was like, damn, like I teased it on my socials. I want to see if I can get this signed. Right after the event, I got to say, like, everybody was standing around the SUVs, and he just beelined it to the car and like booted it out of there, man. It was just kind of like gave a couple of peace signs, got in the truck, and that was it. He was gone. And I was so disappointed, but at the same time, I was like, you know what? No, I'm not. Like, this is so damn cool. Like, okay, I might be kind of railing on the event a bit right now, talking about the criticism, but the positives, the upside, it was just so fun to be there, being surrounded by all the Van Halen fans. Like, it was like, it was a Van Halen related event in Culver City, California, like not far from Pasadena, like in LA. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, you're never going to get that ever again. Like, right? Like, come on. So it was just so damn cool to be there, being a part of everybody with the fans. The drummer for Foo Fighters there, Josh Freese, Warren DeMartini, guitar player for Rat, was in the house. Like, it was really cool. So other than that, I got nothing else to say. I really hope we can get Alex on the show at some point and have a real music conversation, talking about drums and just that kind of thing. Have you read Brothers? Let me know in the comments below what you think of the book so far. Were you at any of the signings? Do you have a cool story with Alex Van Halen? I'd love to know. Get involved in the comments below. And it's I just want to close this out by saying Thank you, Alex Van Halen. Without Van Halen, I wouldn't be doing this. I wouldn't have my career in broadcasting and in music. I'd probably be racing cars with my dad. It's not as fun as music. All the NASCAR fans are like, what? What are you talking about? But, just thank you for the music. Thank you for the memories. Thank you for everything they've given. You've left it all out on the stage. That's it. You owe us nothing, man. So enjoy your retirement. Enjoy the rest of your life. And hopefully we'll be able to do an interview together, maybe grab lunch sometime. All right? Long live the mighty Van Halen. Make sure you like, subscribe for more Van Halen-related content like this. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.
An all-new episode of The Jeremy White Show.
Available wherever you stream.
Catch up on past interviews and episodes on demand now.
Subscribe so you don't miss any of it.